Have you ever felt the pull of something bigger, something unseen but undeniably present? An ancient truth whispered through the cracks of history, carried not by kings or scholars, but by humble souls chosen to glimpse the unseen. Imagine a prophecy, concealed from the masses, meant only for those ready to listen. Could you be one of them? Today, we step into the shadowed warnings of Father Michel, a priest whose visions of 2025 are shaking the world to its core. This isn't just another story. It's a message, a call, and perhaps a final warning. Born in the serene countryside of Quebec, Father Michel never sought the spotlight. His was a life of quiet service, guiding the faithful, offering comfort, and building spiritual sanctuaries for the seeking soul. But that changed. One day, vivid visions flooded his mind, each more terrifying and urgent than the last. He describes seeing futures where cities crumble, economies collapse, and nature turns on humanity with unrelenting fury. But what makes Father Michel's message different from countless prophecies before? It's not just the disasters, it's the purpose behind them. A purpose that, if ignored, could reshape the very fabric of our existence. According to Father Michel 2025 is not just another year. It is the epicenter, a time when what he calls 3 months of chaos will descend upon the world. Imagine hurricanes stronger than anything we've seen, earthquakes splitting the ground beneath our feet, floods swallowing entire cities. And beyond the environmental upheavals, picture nations spiraling into conflict, economies crashing like brittle glass, and social orders breaking down, leaving communities isolated and desperate. It's not just the world outside that will be tested, but the human spirit itself. Does this sound familiar? Look around. Rising inflation, increasing tensions in geopolitical hotspots, floods breaking historic records, strange lights in the sky. Father Michel insists these are not random. They're the first tremors of a greater upheaval. The signs, he warns, are all around us. Are you paying attention? Beyond the storms and conflicts lies an even darker struggle, one unseen, yet felt in the whispers of fear and doubt. Father Michel speaks not just of physical survival, but of a spiritual reckoning. He describes a time when the world will face profound choices. Will you hold on to your values, help those in need, and find hope when all seems lost? Or will you give in to fear, isolation, and despair? The line between good and evil, he says, will become clear, forcing each of us to decide who we truly are. Have you ever felt that the world seems more divided, more volatile? Social media echo chambers, family disagreements, global conflicts. It's as if something deeper is stirring. Father Michel calls this the beginning of the spiritual battle. A moment when the human soul is tested, not by external forces, but by our response to them. Let's pause. Think about the past few years. Wildfires devouring entire communities, hurricanes stronger than ever, earthquakes in places where none were expected, political unrest, protests, financial markets on edge. Father Michel believes these are not isolated events, but the early warnings of the chaos to come. He doesn't claim to know the exact date, but insists the pattern is forming, the puzzle pieces aligning for a storm we cannot ignore. Have you noticed it? Have you felt a quiet unease, as if the world is holding its breath, waiting for something monumental to unfold? Could these events be the early tremors of the prophecy Father Michel speaks of? But Father Michel's message is not one of fear. It's one of preparation and hope. He urges us not to panic but to open our eyes, to reconnect with what truly matters. It's not about building bunkers or hoarding supplies. It's about strengthening the spirit, reconnecting with community, and rediscovering faith. He speaks of the rosary, of quiet prayer, of simple acts of kindness as anchors in the storm. Think about moments in history when humanity faced its greatest trials: world wars, natural disasters, social upheavals. What carried people through wasn't isolation, but solidarity and faith. Father Michel offers practical advice. Have food and water for a few weeks, not out of panic, but prudence. Build connections with neighbors and family. Plan for disruptions, but most importantly, cultivate inner strength. Imagine facing weeks of blackouts, empty shelves, and chaos without a plan. What can you do today to prepare your household, your heart, and your soul? Preparation is not about fear, it's about readiness, resilience, and faith. Here's what makes Father Michel's vision stand out. He doesn't see the chaos as the end. He sees it as a purifying fire, a test that can awaken humanity to its true potential. After the storm, he believes, comes renewal, a world more united, more compassionate, more attuned to spiritual truths. But this future is not guaranteed. It depends on us, on how we respond to the warnings, on the choices we make today. What if 2025 isn't the end, but the beginning of something greater? A chance to rise from the ashes, to rediscover what truly binds us as a global family. So, I ask you, are you ready? Will you stand firm in hope, strengthen your faith, and prepare, not just physically, but spiritually, for what may come? Father Michel's prophecy is a wake-up call, a reminder that the future is not set in stone. It's shaped by the choices we make, the love we show, and the courage we muster. You're hearing this message for a reason. Perhaps it's your time to act. If this message has resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with those you care about. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected as we uncover more truths. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe we are approaching a time of great trial? What steps will you take to prepare? Your voice matters. Your choices today can shape the world of tomorrow. The clock is ticking. 2025 is coming. Will you be part of the story being written?